Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I will be sharing with you guys my best of beauty roundup for 2015. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. So first and foremost, I would like to greet everybody a happy new year. It was definitely quite the adventure in 2015, but I'm truly looking forward to 2016 and a lot of the upcoming projects that I hope to be able to do and accomplish this year. So before that, I would like to take a look back on some of the products which truly stood out for me last year, whether they were products that I wore the most or products that I just discovered last year or new releases last year. These are definitely some of the products which were remarkable for me and will definitely be staying in my collection for years to come. So I'm going to begin with complexion products, finding new formulas and just trying new things out. There is only one product that I've chosen as the true standout for me this year, and it's a foundation. It is none other than the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, which they released this past year. And this is a major improvement from the Makeup Forever HD. That product is something that is always in my kit as well, whether for personal use or for clients. But this product is just so much better in terms of finish, and I also find that the formula is definitely much improved. Foundation is supposed to even enhance more or work with the technology of 4K filming or camera, which is a much higher resolution than the average HD camera. So this product is meant to just make your skin look flawless. It is medium to full coverage. It is definitely buildable. And what I like about this product is that no matter what weather I'm at, if I am in Manila, which is a tropical, very humid climate, or if I'm in Vancouver, which is a very cold and dry climate, it works well in both. In Manila, it doesn't make my skin oily or it doesn't break down, and if I'm in Vancouver, it also doesn't dry my skin out. So it's absolutely amazing because of the fact that regardless of what the weather conditions are, it has the same result and it has the same finish on my skin. It is never uncomfortable or too dry in one and too oily on the other. A lot of my other products or favorite complexion foundation products usually have the problem where if I'm in Manila, it's too oily or too heavy for Manila, and if I'm in Vancouver, it's too dry that it just falls into the creases or creates dry patches on my skin. And with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, it never does that. It's just perfectly balanced in either climate. The finish is much better than the original formula. And I think for medium, highly pigmented full coverage foundations, this definitely hits the spot in looking the most natural. I think I've applied it numerous ways, whether it's with my beauty blender sponge or a stippling brush or even with my fingers. If you want something to look extremely natural, you can just blend this in with your fingers and hands down, and it truly just looks the most natural in terms of full coverages. So definitely this is my top complexion product of 2015. Now for a powder complexion product, this one is by Nars. It's the Soft Velvet Loose Powder, and it's this one right here. This is truly just a very lightweight, very finely milled powder that doesn't really add thickness to your complexion. It really just adds a perfect finish veil. And I would say it almost comes very close to my holy grail or everybody's holy grail, which is the Guerlain Meteorites, and of course at a much lesser cost. So if you have not tried the Guerlain Meteorites or you don't have the budget for that because it is quite steep, this is definitely a good alternative. And I've actually been reaching for this a lot more because the Meteorites is just not very travel friendly, and I have a tendency to actually, every time I open it, just one of the balls falls out. Whereas this one, it's very lightweight because of the packaging. And another thing I like about this is it never dispenses too much powder, even given this packaging. With the Laura Mercier loose powder, every time I try to dispense a little of the powder, it's always too much. And for some reason, the translucent loose powder of Laura Mercier has a bit more of a white overcast on the skin, whereas this one comes in different shades, and the one that I use is the shade in Beach. So for my MAC NC30 skin, it's a wonderful finishing product. It doesn't really add powder or cakiness or coverage, but it just refines the entire makeup look. So it's the last step that I do after I've done my entire face. For those who are interested, for my MAC NC30 skin, my shade on the Ultra HD, in the original was 127, and in this one it's the Y335. And the great thing about this is, even if they've changed the numbering system, they actually put in the bottom the equivalent depending on your past shade in the original HD foundation. And I think a lot of people will agree with me. This is the standout Holy Grail highlighter of 2015. And I think it will be my Holy Grail for a long time unless somebody comes up with something better, but I can't imagine that. This is by Becca. It's the Champagne Pop Jaclyn Hill collaboration. This is a peach gold highlighter. And it really looks like liquid on the skin. I think I've already shown this before, but let's just put it in the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow. I don't actually have it on right now, but you can see the difference that's made. This is beautiful to wear on the tops of the cheeks, or even on your eyelid, or in your inner corner or your brow bone, just to add light to the face. And it's universally flattering on a lot of skin tones. Closest, let me try to put a bit on my cheekbones. And whether you apply this with a brush, a fan brush, or even just your fingers, it looks absolutely amazing. The next two products are skincare products. I do have a lot of products that I reached for the most, but I think for the most part, these are the three products that really stood out for me in terms of instantly becoming a part of my daily routine, as well as the complexion products. I think what really makes these products stand out for me is that instantly they became part of my daily routine. Well, no matter what I share with you guys here, and a lot of the favorites that I've had in the months of 2015, it's either I just discovered them or I just had them as favorites for a month and then I moved on. But with these products, they, after one try, instantly became part of my daily routine. And not only that, they've stayed a part of my daily routine. So I think this is really what makes them a standout for me. I don't have with me right now. First one is a cleanser, and it's by Tata Harper. It is the Purifying Cleanser. I absolutely love that product. It doesn't really soap up on the skin, but it's really been my go-to cleanser to begin my morning skincare routine, which is really quite simple, but it is my cleanser of choice, and I've never really changed it up for anything else. It's the first one I reach for, and it's the only one I've been reaching for since I've had it. And even right now, I brought it with me to Vancouver, but unfortunately, one of the downsides of the product is that its hefty glass packaging is not very travel friendly or practical, so I had to decant it in an actual plastic atomizer, which serves my purpose when I travel. But honestly, because of the treatments that I put at night or any heavy moisturizers, it's just a very good, pure, all-natural cleanser that just refreshes the skin and removes any residue that you may have had from the night before. And it is something that I think everyone should really try. The next few products are exfoliators, chemical exfoliators or chemical pads. and they're glycolic based. And I am actually planning to do a video just on this new ingredient, and a lot of products that I've incorporated in my current routine are glycolic based, and it's really done an amazing job in just improving the texture of my skin or the brightness of my skin. These two products are the ones that truly stood out for me, and I've really instantly seen a difference. One is by Paula's Choice, and the other is by Nip and Fab, which is like the younger sister company of Rodial, which is a premium skincare line that I truly, truly love. I'll start with the Paula's Choice. This is the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid salicylic acid. Sorry, this is not glycolic. This is the salicylic. And what this does is creates radiance, even toned skin, reduces redness, and builds collagen, unclogs and diminishes enlarged pores. It's actually a chemical exfoliant, and I don't use this on a daily basis, but it actually, in Vancouver, I don't use this on a daily basis. In Manila, I did, and it did such an amazing job. It wasn't too, I thought it would be too harsh, but it actually was not. In Manila, though, it's very humid, and I have more oil buildup, and my pores tend to get clogged more just because of the environment. But in spite of the fact that I found myself reaching for it daily, a chemical exfoliant daily, which is not something I typically do, it really didn't harm my skin or have any violent reactions. It actually did so well for my skin, and instantly, like 2-3 days after beginning to use it, I could see the difference in my skin. I could see the difference in texture. I would initially have dots on my skin. I don't know if you guys get that. Sometimes as I wear my makeup throughout the day, the pores just get emphasized, and then I would see like the texture of my skin looking a bit rough. And as soon as I started using this, it totally eliminated that, and my skin's texture has just become so much smoother. The next product is Nip and Fab. This is absolutely amazing for the price point. I believe in Canada it's about $15. And this is the Glycolic Fix Daily Cleansing Pads. This is how it looks. It's very similar to the First Aid exfoliating pads, but I find that this is just, I don't know, it's just a bit better for me, and it's a lot milder. I noticed upon initial use that it's something I could definitely use on a daily basis, and when I do my morning skincare routine, I will actually do some kind of a toner, whether it's just a very mild one from Shiseido, before applying any moisturizer to my skin or primer. I find that the skin just absorbs the product so much better. It's an amazing catalyst for skincare products to follow, and I find that the Nip and Fab daily cleansing pads are amazing to incorporate in the morning routine. It brightens my skin, it improves the texture without being too harsh. Now for eye products. For the palette, there is one standout palette for me this 2015, and it truly is the Viseart palette. This is not the matte one, because I have so much matte palettes, and even if I know the quality of Viseart is absolutely amazing, I just thought I'd veer through something that is not typical, and I'm so happy with my choice. This is the Bridal Satin palette, and I think of all their palettes, this is the most versatile, because you have a lot of shades that play well with neutrals, but you also have shades that are not your typical shades, but you can definitely incorporate with a lot of the palettes that you have. What I love about this palette is, although it's all shimmer, it is not a juvenile shimmer. I don't know if that makes sense. It's very creamy. It applies uniformly well across all shades. The pigment is true to what you see on the pan, not less, not more, and you don't see any glitter, just a very refined sheen. It also reminds me, I think in terms of formula, it's very creamy, and it reminds me of very high-end eyeshadows, like Tom Ford or even Dior eyeshadows. This is 24 grams. You get a lot more product as well. So even if it's quite steep compared to a lot of the premium shadows that have this quality, which you get only 4 shades and much smaller pans, this is definitely an amazing deal. So it's a 03 Bridal. This is definitely worth the money. A brow product, which truly shocked me. I've been using Anastasia of Beverly Hills, which is very good across all their products. And what else have I been using? Of course, MAC Lingering is always there. I have the Tom Ford Brow Sculptor, but for some reason, I don't know what this has, but it's a regular pencil, nothing fancy. It's by Bobbi Brown. It's not a new release, but it just is so pigmented, yet it doesn't draw a stark line like Lingering. You can definitely see the line, then you have to blend it. But if I want to really have it defined, this is my finishing touch. And the shade that I have is in Blonde. And it's very pigmented. You need very little. For lips, I have 2 products with me. I have one lip gloss that I think is the best lip gloss of the year, but I don't have it with me right now, and I think it really deserves its own video, so I will share that on its own video next time. These 2 products are products that they were not released. Well, one wasn't released. One was released this year, and I think I'm not so sure, but they are my most used and I think the best quality in 2015. The first one is the Nars Audacious in Barbara. And I have it on right now. This is my go-to daily beige neutral shade. There you go. What I like about this, the Nars Audacious formula is holy grail for me, but what I like about it is it doesn't wash me out and it's extremely pigmented. It doesn't look too pink or too brown, which is the most difficult thing when you're looking for a nude product for lip. It's always either more on the pink side or more on the brown side, or it washes you out. This is absolutely perfect, and it's not drying at all. On its own, without any primer or lip product, it looks amazing. Sometimes you don't even have to layer it with a gloss, but since that is just a preference of mine, I always layer lip products with a gloss, even in the center. I do, but it's one of those lipsticks that you can get away without looking dry on the lip or even falling on the creases. The formula is amazing and it's a beautiful holy grail nude. Now for most more lip gloss, Nars Chelsea lip gloss. This one I like because it also is pigmented. It's not sheer, but you do get the color that is on the packaging. On its own, you can wear it on its own as well, but I usually layer it with something else and it just looks absolutely gorgeous with the smoke. The last 2 products are hair products, and I probably are surprised because I never usually discuss hair products because I am not really very well versed with hair. But lately I've really had beginning a love affair with hair care products, just because I really see how they do change the texture of the hair and they really give you the flexibility and style, which before I would never really do. These 2 products, I'm sure you've heard of. They're not new releases for the year, but for me, they're new discoveries for me. And I'm so glad I finally jumped into premium hair care. I used to just be a L'Oreal Elinette girl, and that was it. I didn't know anything else. These 2 products are amazing. Even if your hair knowledge is still very new or very minimal, these are definitely products you can work for yourself. One is the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. This is the best dry shampoo spray there is. I know it's not exactly called dry shampoo, but it actually acts the same way, except this one doesn't flatten your hair, it doesn't make it oily after a while, and it gives you texture and volume. So, let's say my hair is flat now. What I would do is just, if I want to refresh my hair, even between looks, I will just grab this and spray it on my crown. And it instantly, I think I've shown this. And then you just massage it a bit in and it instantly just adds volume to the hair without being flat and without being crispy. You can see the volume in that. Absolutely amazing. the Philip B. Maui Wowie Volumizing and Thickening Beach Mist. Love. I was gonna go for Sasha Wan Ocean Mist when I was in Space NK, but two of their associates on different times actually recommended this so much more. It's more inexpensive than the Sasha Wan, but it has more natural ingredients. What I do with this is I spray it on damp hair before I actually do my blow dry, and it just makes the texture of my hair so much better. It doesn't make it, right now I didn't really use it that much, but even on dry hair, if I want to refresh my hair or just, let's say, change the look of it, all you have to do is wet your hair a bit and then just kind of twirl it around my finger, and instantly it's not as boring. I don't know if you guys can see that, but amazing product before I hand dry my hair. And even at that, especially in Vancouver, even just hand drying it with this, it just looks like a beach, like texturized without crispiness, and absolutely amazing. And the fragrance of this is just so clean. It smells like the beach without being overly like a beach. It smells like a premium mist. So I think that is about it for this video. I hope I didn't forget anything else, but I probably have, and I probably will have a follow-up video to this. I hope you guys found this video interesting and informative. If you have any questions with regards to any of these products, you can leave me a comment down below. So thank you for watching, and I guess that's about it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and evening, and of course a more promising 2016.